Alan, guess what? More Lilo and Stitch news, and this time there's no controversy. No controversy.
69.
This story from the Hollywood Reporter is about Lilo and Stitch and the power of Zillennial nostalgia at the movie theater. Alan, give me the crux or the horcrux of the story, if you will.
The live action release of Lilo and Stitch has proven that nostalgia can be intoxicating, even enough to unseat Tom Cruise at the box office. Despite its humble origins as a seemingly lesser Disney title from early 2000s, the film surged to the top of Memorial Day weekend charts, surpassing blockbusters like Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning and Top Gun: Maverick with a staggering 182.7 million domestic haul. Originally planned for Disney Plus, the film's shift to theatrical release tapped into emotional roots it holds for Zillennials, those born in the late 90s and early 2000s who grew up during the twilight of Disney's traditional animation era. The Lilo Stitch lacked the commercial firepower and critical acclaim of its Golden Age predecessors. Its presence on VHS, cable reruns, merchandise, and video games etched it into the psyche of a generation that now drives box office trends. This generation's loyalty was made clear as general audiences made up a large share of the ticket buyers than most other recent family films, with young adults aged 13 to 34 making up the majority of the non-family viewers. The return of Lilo and Stitch to the big screen highlights a broader industry shift, the power of commercial potential of Zillennial nostalgia. And then it brings up Freakier Friday coming out and Disney Princess Diaries 3, which I think is too old for the Zillennials, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, you are muted.
Oh, sorry about that, Alan. Yeah. Look, I think that what Disney is going to do, based on the success of Lilo and Stitch, is learn the wrong lesson. I really believe that. What do you think?
Yeah. This whole Zillennial nostalgia is nonsense. Family movies have always made money, have always made tons of money. And the quality of these family movies doesn't matter. As long as it is safe for the family, it will make a lot of money. It will make more money than it should. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Well,
and so when you say that they're going to learn the wrong lessons, that's exactly the fact that they're leaning into Freakier Friday and Princess Diaries 3, which is older than these Zillennials. These Zillennials have never seen the originals in the theater. And to say that that's gonna be the cause of massive box office is silly thinking. In those cases, those have to be better movies because they're not for the younger set.
Yeah, look, the family movie market is huge. The problem is Disney has not learned, or they should have learned, based on the failure of Snow White. Mm-hmm. That was one of the biggest failures in movie history. Was Snow White. They should have learned, keep politics out of it and better vet your lead actress. You get actors who are supportive of the project. They are free to have political opinions. Let them, but I would not cast them if they put that in danger. She lost a lot of money for the studio. I don't think she gets cast in anything big, not in Hollywood. That's not happening.
Yeah, she needs a cooling off period, and so I guess Broadway is where she's going to cool off.
I don't think she's. I saw a video recently about problems they had with her on the set of West Side Story, with Spielberg making demands. He was difficult to work with. She got that opportunity as West Side Story was coming out. So we'll see. I think they should do more of Lilo and Stitch. What does that mean for creativity? Not much. Will there be something original live action? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, one thing Disney has lost is the ability to create something original for children.
Yes, that's exactly right. Something new.
Yeah. I mean, Pixar's coming off a great success with Inside Out 2. Now they're coming with Elio, and I'll be honest with you, Elio doesn't look interesting to me at all.
Right.
I doubt it's going to be woke, but I doubt it's going to be good. And it's just based on the trailers I've seen and what little I know of this story. And that's why I say I think Disney has forgotten what it's like to write a story for children.
Yeah, I mean, just an original story,
Mhm.
something, I don't know. But I think this will fast track Frozen live action. That is coming, whether you like it or not.
Well, there's a live action Moana coming next. I mean that one fits into this category of Zillennial nostalgia. And whether they do it right or not, that remains to be seen. But look, there's a blueprint. There's a blueprint for Moana. They just have to do what they did with Lilo and Stitch, and maybe follow the story a lot more closely than Lilo and Stitch.
Psyops. Are they real? That's just a conspiracy theory or truth in 6 months, as they say. And I did not believe this when I heard it, but here we are. The CIA secretly ran a Star Wars fan site. Now, I guess I'm going to believe that, but let's check it out. Alan, you have the notes for this story. I'll go to the story. I'm just curious as to why they did this.
All right.
Here we go.
There we go.
This is from Joseph Cox.
Joe Cox. What looked like a simple Star Wars fan site, StarWarsWeb.net, was actually a covert CIA tool used to communicate with informants overseas. Amateur researcher Cyril Santelli uncovered the site's true purpose while investigating old digital breadcrumbs left by the agency. Using public tools like the Wayback Machine and DNS Tracker, Santilli tracked the site to a broader network of CIA-operated websites disguised as fan pages and niche internet sites, targeting countries like Germany, Brazil, and China. Flaws in the design, such as sequential IP addresses, allowed Iran and Chinese authorities to expose the network, leading to the death of over 24 CIA sources in the early 2010s. Santilli's finding built upon early investigations by Reuters and Yahoo News and highlights how digital sloppiness can have deadly consequences in espionage. His research shows the scale of the network and the CIA's global reach, especially in democratic nations. Experts have largely validated his works, and Santilli sees to the exposure not just as a warning, but as a chance to preserve a strange chapter of spycraft history. As he puts it, there's something surreal and oddly fascinating about being able to browse a Star Wars themed CIA spy tool on the Wayback Machine.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. Okay, so it wasn't for anything nefarious other than communicating secretly?
Yes.
Okay.
But it points out that the CIA had set this up, but because they were using sequential IP addresses, it was easy to figure out all the CIA sites because you just scrolled to the next one, the next one, next one. They're all fan sites, and so it got people killed because the CIA doesn't know what they're doing.
That's shocking. You mean a government agency didn't really know what it was doing?
Yeah, especially the ones that hold lives in their hands. But yeah.
Well, I'm not shocked, but that's who would they hire to even do it? That seems so weird.
Well, it was all done in house, and they didn't have smart people building these websites.
Were they real Star Wars fans?
I'm sure they invited people to come on and act like it, and then you just figure out, you slip in your messages amongst the real chatter. Although it'd be funny to kind of go through it and see what kind of comments they were. Did the CIA like the prequels? What was the intel on Jar Jar Binks?
Who knows?
Yeah, is Tatooine the Middle East? Who knows?
Yes. Okay, that's crazy.